What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to an episode of WNN. Tonight we'll be talking about the music production news. We have a lot of interesting news for you tonight. We got free plugins, we got new plugins, we got Apple M3 news, we got it all. In our first story, you can now buy the RZA's sampler, not the beat thing, the SP1200 that he used on his famous Wu-Tang albums for the low price of 35 grand. And don't worry, it looks even more damaged than you probably think it does. I'm assuming if you're buying this though, you're not planning to buy it to use it, I would hope, because this thing is pretty f***ed up looking. All the faders are crooked, all the paint's worn off. I mean, I can't even tell if there's dust on it or what. It's signed. Does it function? Let's find out if it functions. So it was used to produce the Wu-Tang Clan's debut album, Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. So the bidding starts at $35,000 and it's estimated to have a value between $50,000 to $80,000. Not sure where they're getting that value from. There are other pieces of Wu-Tang memorabilia up for sale as well too. The handwritten liner notes, another SP1200. Current bid for it is $38,000. Let's take a look at this video here.
Hey, yo, it's the year 2023, right?
Yes, RZA, it is the year 2023.
This is the first SP1200 that I ever owned. You understand? This is the machine that I made Bring the Pain with. You know what I mean? And
person filming this is struggling right now. I can hear them like wobbling their hand on a microphone or something.
You see all those fingerprints and all that? That's natural wear and tear grind. It's DNA in this.
What kind of DNA is in it, RZA? I don't know if I want to know, man. You hear that, guys? If you want to clone the RZA, you can get his DNA on this device.
I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to sign it right here because the instructions is gone. So
this audio is f***ing me up, dude. Just stop wobbling your hand on the microphone. What is going on with the mic? Maybe they're hard up for money, man. Maybe they're hard up for money. Maybe that's why they have to sell it right now.
Yeah.
All right, now they're filming his chest, dude. Like, what is going on here?
We're only letting this go, you know what I mean, for they call it for antiquity, you know what I mean, so that we could let somebody else touch and feel.
Right, it's not to buy a better microphone. I get it.
I wonder which record I should take off and make a quick beat before I let this thing go. Nah, I'm out. Peace.
Probably doesn't want it because it probably doesn't work anymore. Yo, those faders are f***ed up, though. That's crazy. In our next story, SONIBLE has released a new gating plugin, and of course, it's AI powered. Why wouldn't it be? Everything is AI powered nowadays. Even my newscast, AI powered. Now the question you may be asking is, why do I need an AI powered gate plugin? I feel like gating is not that difficult to begin with. What do I need this for? Now that's a good question. In fact, I have the same exact question. Okay, so Smart Gate features intelligent source detection. It is content aware. It is not just based on input level. So apparently it shouldn't matter if it varies in level. So it has a 30-day trial, 89 euros, normal price to be 129 euros in like a month or so. All right, let's take a look at the video. I mean, so far it's not really selling me on it. I guess it does seem like it's pretty cool that there's a difference feature here. The fact it can intelligently detect the signal and whether or not it should be gated, I guess is cool. I just don't find myself using that much gating to warrant paying for this. Can't wait for the pure gate with much less features. I don't know. I can't see myself or anyone really needing this for $100 unless you're just like made of money and you don't really care anymore. You're just like, I could use a better gating plugin, or I don't care what I do with my money. In our next story, the Apple M3 is coming later this year. I know, holy shit. They're just pumping these things out. So I can't wait for everything to not be compatible with M3. The M1, M2, M3s they do seem pretty great. I kind of regret not getting a laptop with one. And this information comes from an Apple expert. So this comes from Bloomberg's Mark Gurman. So in his most recent Power On newsletter, he says there's likely to be another launch after Apple's annual September event. So it's most likely coming to the iMac, the 13-inch MacBook Air, and the 13-inch MacBook Pro. So it should be the biggest leap in performance and efficiency since 2020. 4 more tasks simultaneously and at a faster rate while using less power. Anyways, this should be coming later this year. We'll see if this is true. He's an Apple expert though, so he's an expert. In our next story, quite a few people said I mispronounced the amen break in my last video. Go check that out if you haven't after this video. But I just want to prove you guys wrong here real quick. I normally say amen. Normally I say amen break. But I always Google things when I'm not 100% sure on the pronunciation. So I went and checked, and f you.
Amen.
Exactly. Amen is right. Amen. In English, the word has 2 primary pronunciations, amen or amen. But it can be expressed in endless ways. So I'm not wrong. You're wrong. Just kidding. There's no right or wrong answer. Also, it's It's a YouTube video. You guys got me paranoid about saying f***ing basic words at this point. Get anything wrong in a YouTube video, what will I do? They will make fun of me on the internet or calling me gay on the internet. Their next story here, Recluse Audio is offering all of their VSTs for free. They were originally $40 each. Now they're not. I'm curious what made them do this. I can't find any information on why. So why? Apparently Pulsar 2 is a synthesizer. Reflections is a reverb and delay plugin. They also have this auto visualizer. Flanger, definitely pretty interesting. This one's Mac only. Rompler, I can't do anything cool though. I'm glad it's free now, but I would have never paid $40 for this.
Range of human hearing was 20 hertz.
I don't know what the hell that was. The Lizzo effect. Has the star made the flute cool again? No. In our next story, Dr. Dre reveals that he had the opportunity to produce for his heroes, Michael Jackson as well as Prince, and he turned them down. Let's just look at the clip here.
Michael Jackson.
You bowed out from working with them?
Yeah.
Both of them?
Yeah.
You didn't work with both Prince and Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Was it like a demo tape or something?
Nah, they just asked me to work with them, and I just, like, what the fuck am I gonna do with them?
What?
Yeah, that happened.
What?
It's kind of respectful in a way though, because it's like he knows that they're great, and not that he's not great, but he couldn't see himself working with them, and instead of just trying to like expand his audience more, he was just like, you know, I don't know if this is gonna work. I mean, it could have been worth throwing around the idea a little more though too. He was also approached by Stevie Wonder apparently, and he said he likes the idea of what he grew up listening to, and I want to keep it like that. I don't want to f up that idea and that look. It's funny because a lot of people would be like, hell yeah, like they wouldn't care what they do to that person's legacy. I guess he prefers working with new artists, which I understand. I'm just trying to understand why I look blue. In our next story, Yamaha has decided to discontinue the Montage, but they said a new synth workstation is coming soon. The Montage was released in 2016, so it hasn't really been too long. It was the successor to the Motif, and it was powered on the motion synthesis engine. It combined AWM2 waveform-based subtractive synthesis with a modern version of synthesis known as FMX. They explained that they'd taken it as far as they could, but apparently the next generation Montage is also coming in October, so a lot of things coming this October apparently. And it's not quite clear if it's the evolution of an existing model or a completely new design. Alright, in our last story of the night, we got something that looks kind of stupid. I mean, I don't know whether or not it is stupid, but just this image of here looks pretty stupid. I think many people could agree with that here. Maybe it's the future though, I don't know. It's really hard to tell what's the future at this point. It's dubbed the band in your backpack. I got my band in the backpack here somewhere. Whatever, it's my laptop. Imagine if you could play any sound in the world. Oh, that's crazy. I mean, I wonder, there's no way I could do that at the moment. So this is apparently something launching on Kickstarter. So it features 12 capacitive pads that are touch and velocity sensitive. I would hope so. They react to your fingers moving along the playing surface in multiple dimensions. A little MPE-esque it sounds like, and are capable of capturing even the most subtle micro movements, sounding very MPE-esque at this point. Just as you'd never play the same pluck on a banjo or the same beat on a drum set. I mean, if it's only $199, this could be good, but yeah, it does look pretty stupid. It just looks like a little bar with a speaker on it. It also has a smart strum, which allows automatic chords that are always in tune, just as swipeable as Instagram. Holy come on, man. Swipeable is just as swipeable as Instagram. You can control any MIDI-based software and hardware instruments via USB-C or wirelessly via Bluetooth MIDI. It's on Kickstarter for early bird pricing of $199. Mark Ribelle's cousin. How do you say his name? Sorry, I know you guys are gonna be on my ass. Rebelle. I don't know how the fuck you say it. Riblet. I'm just gonna say it wrong. Mark Ribellet. I like how they have a bunch of kids in the video because it's like, look, even a we know this kid is smarter than you. Look at him do it.
Introducing CHORDA, the instrument designed for everyday life.
Why is she doing a Zig Heil? Can we leave that in here? No one will notice, right?
CHORDA can be held like a guitar or a bass, or flat like a keyboard or drum machine. It features 12 capacitive pads that are touch and velocity sensitive.
Oh, I can use it as a table too? Sick. Can we acknowledge how stupid this looks though?
With drums, you can tap and hold to create automatic patterns. Add vibrato to a bass performance.
Okay, that drum beat's hitting now.
With the simplest movement. With chords, you can play an entire orchestra with the touch of a finger, and complete your creation with a melody in lead mode. Everything you need to record your song is built right into the device.
I haven't really heard anything impressive performance-wise though, you know, it all seems pretty basic.
No other studio gear required. Use the onboard speaker.
Dude, okay, you're gonna break it, lady. Let's roll that back here.
Other studio gear required.
Yeah, killing it, Mark.
And CHORDA uses MIDI, so you can play synthesizers,
That's hard.
drum machines, and apps in entirely new ways. CHORDA has everything you need to be musical, even if it's your first instrument. With CHORDA, you can make music you never imagined in
Why they keep bringing in this f***ing bass line?
places you never thought possible. We believe everyone is inherently musical.
There were some things I liked about it, some things I didn't like about it. Video was a little bit weird at some moments. I feel like the performance of it seems kind of cool. That MPE aspect of it seems kind of cool. I don't know if we quite consider it MPE. It seems like you can control it, like maybe, I don't know. It does seem very similar to MPE though, but yeah, I noticed no one was really doing any crazy performance there with it. What are you guys thinking in the comments about this one? Is it a hit or is it Okay guys, that's it for this episode of WNN. I'm your host, Weaver Beats. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. For every person who presses the like button, I will strike you over the head with a CHORDA. If you hit the end of the video, comment. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out my other news videos. I'll link to one at the end here, as well as a playlist at the top. Watching those back-to-back really helps with the algorithm. Make sure to check out my second channel if you haven't. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter if you haven't. Also, consider joining my Patreon. You get perks such as sample packs at the end of the month. Great way to support the channel and make sure I get paid so I continue to do this. I'll see you guys next time.